What gets people in trouble during bankruptcy, during your 341 meeting? I'm here with Luke Homen, one of the top bankruptcy attorneys in Oklahoma. Luke, good to have you.
Thanks. Glad to be here.
So what gets people in trouble in bankruptcy?
Lying, dishonesty, fraud.
Yeah.
Don't lie to your attorney. Don't lie to the trustee.
Yeah.
Let me put this another way. At the beginning of the meeting of creditors, the trustee will give a little speech.
Oof.
My personal favorite trustee, here's how he says it. He says, everyone needs to be aware that 18 U.S.C. sections 151 and 158 is a chapter on bankruptcy crimes. It's a crime to conceal assets. It's a crime to make false statements on your bankruptcy petition. It's a crime to lie during your testimony today. So it's extremely important to tell the truth. That's how he says it.
Yeah.
And I think that's perfect. Don't lie. Don't
Yeah.
hide assets. Don't lie. Don't commit fraud. And you're going to be fine.
Not being forthcoming with information that may not be easily accessible.
Because here's the thing. When you file bankruptcy, it is full financial disclosure.
Yeah.
It's about a 70-page bankruptcy petition that includes an incredible amount of very, very specific questions. And if you answer all of them truthfully, you're fine. But if you hide, if you choose not to answer the questions, if you're lying to your attorney, that's when your case goes sideways. But in bankruptcy, you answer all these questions and you provide the financial statements to the trustee, bank statements, tax returns, pay stubs. So the trustee sees all the answers and sees all your financials. You've told the truth. Your case will go well.
I had a client call me one time and said, hey, I think I need to file bankruptcy. And we introduced him to a bankruptcy attorney in our network. And he said, I have some Bitcoin, but it's secure. It's in the blockchain. No one knows about it. It's in my wallet, right? Like, it's secure offline wallet. And I said, yeah, okay, great. Talk to your you're the bankruptcy attorney. Like, I'm not a lawyer.
Yeah.
But here, talk to the bankruptcy attorney. So he called the bankruptcy attorney, then called me and said, oh, the bankruptcy attorney said I can't wipe out this $40,000 in debt because of my Bitcoin. Now, this was not when Bitcoin is like what it is right now. It was when it was a lot less. And I said, oh, well, I mean, the bankruptcy attorney spoke like he knows the law. Like, why are you calling me? And he's like, I don't think it's fair. Do you have another bankruptcy attorney? I just won't bring it up. And I was like, dude, you got this all wrong. Like, just because something is off, can you speak into that? Like, because I can see people thinking this way. Like his rationale, he was convinced that it didn't matter because it was an offline wallet, right? It was like, hey, no one will know.
Yeah, but there's a question about it. There's a question about it. And one of the trustee's jobs is to determine, is this a case where it's worth administering that asset? All the cost that goes into it. Or if Bitcoin's not worth very much and you answer the question correctly, the trustee might look at it and say, you know what? I'm not going after that. You keep your thing. It's not worth very much money.
Oh, so there's a question on Bitcoin and digital assets now.
Well, there's very broad questions. Are there any other financial assets that you did not already list? So even if there wasn't a question on Bitcoin, they phrased the very final question, is there any other financial account that you didn't list?
So what happens in this case, for example, if he didn't tell his attorney? Or you had an unscrupulous attorney.
And he gets caught. Yeah. Number one, the bankruptcy trustee is still going to decide whether they want to take that Bitcoin. But number two, he's almost certainly going to get kicked out of bankruptcy and his debts will become forever non-dischargeable.
Oh.
Forever. You could file another bankruptcy later, but all those debts can't be discharged in that later bankruptcy.
So I didn't know that. So if you lie in bankruptcy.
And you get your discharge stripped.
And you get your discharge stripped. All
forever. Because you're a liar. So don't lie.
Got it. Don't lie.
Here, let me tell you one other really funny story. This is a good one. Okay, so old days, in-person 341s, regular case. It's a Jack and Jill type case. And we get there, we're in person. Wife goes into the bathroom and the husband says, Luke, I got to tell you, my wife's in the bathroom. My mistress gave me $10,000 just before we filed bankruptcy. Please don't tell my wife. And I was like, okay, Jack, here's what we're going to do. We're going to tell your wife. We're going to tell the trustee. We're going to disclose all of this. And we did. It was awkward. He may have gotten divorced later. I don't know. But what he did get was he got a bankruptcy discharge. We disclosed all of it. Because as we talked about, one of those questions is there anything that you didn't mention in your bankruptcy? Any errors or omissions? And I said, all right, Jack, what didn't we mention? And he said, well, About a week before I filed bankruptcy, my mistress gave me $10,000. Okay, Jack, where'd the money go? Well, I spent it on the mistress. I spent it on this, and this. And we got bank statements proving that all that money was gone. We fully disclosed it. We told the truth. Jack and Jill both got a discharge.
So it didn't change the outcome of the bankruptcy at all.
No, but it would have if he didn't tell me.
Wow, that's very interesting. So this is the point. Wow.
Tell the truth.
If just tell the truth. He still didn't have any money. Yes, he made poor personal decisions. Not only through the mistress,
That's what I found out anyway.
yeah.
It was literally in their bank statement. Like, it's just
Wow. Okay.
because he made the decision to tell the truth, his bankruptcy went well.
So what gets people in trouble during bankruptcy? Not telling the truth, not disclosing correct, fraud, not being honest, et cetera, et cetera. Luke, thank you for your time.
Absolutely.
Talk to you soon.